We have arrived at the final stretch of Gemini, from the 21st to the 30th degree. In this late, highly mature phase of mutable air, the intellect transcends scattered facts and casual chit-chat. This zone is all about testing ideas against real-world experience, achieving mental mastery, handling deep psychological insights, and preparing to ground our thoughts into the emotional, protective waters of Cancer. As a reminder, a planet sitting from 20.0 / to 20.9 / is read as 21 degrees Gemini, and a planet sitting at exactly 29 / is read as 30 degrees Gemini. 21 degrees Gemini. The Sabian symbol, a tumultuous labor demonstration. Symbol meaning: this degree represents the power of the collective mind fighting for tangible justice. It takes Gemini's verbal skills and focuses them into an organized, passionate push for structural change, proving that ideas must have teeth to move society. What the planets mean here. Sun, a natural orator or activist who feels a deep calling to lead social movements, rally groups, and challenge unfair labor laws. Moon, deeply impacted by the emotional atmosphere of the public, needs a workplace with fair, ethical group dynamics. Mercury, an exceptional debate strategist, labor attorney, or political speechwriter who knows exactly how to move a crowd. Venus, attracted to highly passionate, politically minded partners. Values egalitarianism and group solidarity. Mars, high verbal and physical aggression when fighting for a cause, channels energy into collective bargaining or public protests. Jupiter, great luck and protection when working within unions, human rights advocacy, or large-scale community organizations. Saturn, facing early career blocks or unfair corporate systems, which ultimately forge a disciplined champion for worker rights. 22 degrees Gemini. The Sabian symbol, dancing couples in a harvest festival. Symbol meaning: this symbol represents the beautiful harmony between hard, practical labor and joyful social connection. It is about celebrating a job well done, enjoying the fruits of your mental or physical efforts, and bonding with your community through shared rhythm. What the planets mean here. Sun, a festive, community-minded individual who loves bringing people together to celebrate milestones and enjoy life's simple pleasures. Moon, finds deep emotional nourishment in folk dances, community rituals, large family dinners, and seasonal celebrations. Mercury, a mind that connects thoughts rhythmically and joyfully, excellent for songwriting, event choreography, or cultural journalism. Venus, loves old-school courtship, dancing, and social gatherings. Attracted to lively, warm, and highly. Mars, channels physical energy beautifully into dance, sports, agricultural work, or organizing large-scale public festivals. Jupiter, abundance derived from the entertainment industry, event planning, agricultural commerce, or community hospitality. Saturn, the lesson to let your hair down, learning to balance intense, structured work with necessary, joyful community play. 23 degrees Gemini. The Sabian symbol, 3 fledglings in a nest high up in a tree. Symbol meaning: this degree represents early intellectual integration, protection, and potential. The 3 birds represent the mind learning to balance logical dualities into a higher trinity. It highlights a safe environment where young ideas are nurtured before taking flight. What the planets mean here. Sun, a highly protective individual who excels at mentoring youth, fostering small teams, or nurturing early-stage creative ideas. Moon, intensely domestic and safety-oriented, finds comfort in a cozy, high-vibe home environment with close family or roommates. Mercury, mind works beautifully in triads or triads of thought, thesis, antithesis, synthesis. Excellent for childhood education or writing. Venus, expresses love through safe, cozy, and highly communicative partnerships. Attracted to youthful, innocent, or academic minds. Mars, energy is spent entirely on protecting the vulnerable, building a secure home base, or managing family logistics. Jupiter, exceptional luck with pediatric medicine, early childhood education, real estate, or launching high-potential incubators. Saturn, heavy early responsibilities within the childhood home, learning to break out of the nest to find personal independence. 24 degrees Gemini. The Sabian symbol, children skating ice. Symbol meaning. This symbol represents gliding effortlessly over deep, potentially dangerous emotional waters using mental skill and poise. It is about mastering a technique so thoroughly that you can play, dance, and find joy on a surface that would swallow others. What the planets mean here. Sun, a highly graceful, mentally agile person who keeps their composure and stays lighthearted even during emotionally icy times. Moon, detaches logically from heavy emotional trauma, needs playful, smooth mental outlets to process deep feelings safely. Mercury, incredible mental reflexes and cognitive agility. Perfect for coding under pressure, rapid-fire editing, or tactical sports. Venus, playful and slightly cool in romance. Loves witty banter, shared winter sports, and keeping relationships light and fun. Mars, exceptional balance and physical coordination, thrives in ice hockey, figure skating, skiing, or fast-paced video gaming. Jupiter, success in winter tourism, childhood recreation industries, sports management, or high-skill technical arts. Saturn, facing an early fear of falling or failing, mastering the strict discipline required to move through life effortlessly. 25 degrees Gemini. The Sabian symbol, a gardener trimming large palm trees. Symbol meaning. This degree represents intellectual editing, curation, and control over wild growth. To keep your mind or your business healthy, you must cut away the dead weight, trim the excess branches, and direct your vital energy into what truly matters. What the planets mean here. Sun, a meticulous planner or editor who takes pride in cleaning up disorganized systems, businesses, or public profiles. Moon, finds emotional peace in decluttering their house, organizing schedules, and pruning unhealthy relationships from their life. Mercury, an absolute master of editing, content curation, coding optimization, and cutting through verbose language to find the core truth. Venus, high standards in love and art. Attracted to clean, polished aesthetics and partners who take excellent care of their health. Mars, directs physical energy into landscape architecture, heavy cleaning, data filtering, or surgical-level precision work. Jupiter, luck found in waste management, corporate restructuring, agricultural trimming, or premium editing services. Saturn, the hard lesson of restriction, learning that you must sacrifice good ideas to make your best ideas survive. 26 degrees Gemini. The Sabian symbol, winter frost in the woods. Symbol meaning. This is a symbol of absolute quiet, crystalline beauty, and mental stillness. It represents a temporary pause in natural growth where everything is frozen in time, allowing you to see the beautiful, geometric underlying skeleton of your life. What the planets mean here. Sun, a quiet, poised, and deeply introspective individual who possesses a calm, crystalline clarity that commands quiet respect. Moon, needs regular periods of absolute solitude and silence to emotionally recharge, a deeply private and serene inner world. Mercury, a highly structured, mathematical, or scientific mind. Exceptional at crystallization physics, cold logic calculus, or formal logic. Venus, appreciates minimalist art, winter landscapes, and quiet, unspoken loyalty in romance. A deeply refined, elegant lover. Mars, energy is slow, calculated, and reserved. Works beautifully in cold conditions, cryogenics, lab research, or deep freeze logistics. Jupiter, good fortune through scientific research, minimalist design, winter sports industries, or high-end preservation arts. Saturn, facing early periods of intense emotional coldness or isolation, which eventually build a mind of unshakable glass-like focus. 27 degrees Gemini. The Sabian symbol, a gypsy troupe emerging from the forest. Symbol meaning. This degree represents nomadism, freedom, and relying on your inner wits to survive outside conventional society. It shows an adaptable mind that refuses to be chained to a single house, career, or belief system, celebrating the magic of the open road. What the planets mean here. Sun, a wild, unconventional free spirit who thrives on travel, exploring alternative lifestyles, and living entirely by their own rules. Moon, prone to emotional wanderlust, needs a domestic life that allows for constant travel, moving, and open horizons. Mercury, a brilliant, clever street-smart intellect. Master of adaptation, folklore, alternative medicine, or fast improvisational speaking. Venus, unconventional in love. Attracted to travelers, artists, or rebels, needs absolute freedom and variety in partnerships. Mars, directs energy into nomadic travel, camping, alternative building, van life, tiny houses, or multi-industry freelance work. Jupiter, exceptional luck with travel writing, international tourism, outdoor clothing industries, or importing exotic goods. Saturn, the lesson to build your own inner home, learning to find structural stability within yourself when external environments constantly shift. 28 degrees Gemini. The Sabian symbol, society granting bankruptcy to a man. Symbol meaning, while it sounds negative, this degree represents a profound intellectual release, the ultimate clean slate. It means the system officially allows you to erase past financial or mental debts so you can wake up, learn from your mistakes, and completely rebuild your life without the heavy baggage of the past. What the planets mean here. Sun, a radically resilient individual capable of surviving major life collapses to bounce back stronger, wiser, and completely unburdened. Moon, learns the deep psychological art of letting go of emotional debt, guilt, and old regrets to protect their inner peace. Mercury, a highly strategic financial mind. Exceptional for corporate restructuring, bankruptcy law, debt forgiveness tracking, or crisis auditing. Venus, transforms relationship heartbreaks or financial losses into profound self-worth, starting fresh with total wisdom. Mars, drive is completely renewed after closing out failing projects, works best when they can wipe the slate clean and start a new business. Jupiter, great luck found in turnaround investments, restructuring distressed assets, or helping others navigate financial recovery. Saturn, strict karmic lessons around managing resources, learning that total failure is simply a structural pivot point toward a wiser foundation. 29 degrees Gemini. The Sabian symbol, the first mockingbird of spring sings from the treetop. Symbol meaning, this degree represents mimicry, creative genius, and announcing a brand new phase of life. The mockingbird can imitate any sound it hears, showing a mind that has mastered all forms of data collection and is now joyfully singing its synthesis to herald a beautiful new season. What the planets mean here. Sun, a highly expressive, multi-talented performer or channeler who brings hope, fresh energy, and joy to everyone they meet. Moon, emotionally lifted by music, birdsong, poetry, and the arrival of spring, has a highly vocal and communicative heart. Mercury, exceptional talent for impressions, linguistics, voice acting, musical composition, or rapid-fire broadcast media. Venus, charming and deeply artistic in love. Expresses affection through vocal performance, music, or beautiful verbal poetry. Mars, channels physical energy into performance arts, public announcements, vocal coaching, or launching trend-setting movements. Jupiter, great fortune in music production, audio engineering, voice-over industries, or public entertainment platforms. Saturn, facing early vocal blocks or fears of plagiarism, eventually mastering a unique, highly celebrated creative voice. 30 degrees Gemini. The Sabian symbol, a parade of bathing beauties. Symbol meaning, this is the final degree of Gemini, the critical anoretic degree. After a long journey through the intellectual air of ideas, facts, and codes, the mind arrives at the ultimate showcase of physical form, charm, and beauty. It represents presenting your polished image to the world with total confidence before diving into the private emotional waters of Cancer. What the planets mean here. Sun, driven by a powerful urge to be publicly seen, recognized, and celebrated for their charm, style, or creative output. Moon, finds emotional validation in public appreciation, visual aesthetics, pageantry, and cultivating a highly polished public image. Mercury, mind is processing high-end aesthetics, public relations, modeling curation, or final marketing reviews. Exceptional for media branding. Venus, supreme placement for fashion, cosmetic industries, modeling, and public celebrity. Surrounded by glamour and social prestige. Mars, channels energy into physical fitness, bodybuilding, beauty pageants, fashion show production, or high-end visual marketing. Jupiter, spectacular luck with modeling agencies, global cosmetic brands, public relations firms, or judging high-end talent competitions. Saturn, the heavy responsibility of maintaining a public reputation or image, learning that true beauty must be anchored by solid internal character. Subscribe, like, and share.